to the channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Katie and we are back with our game for Spooky Month. Nancy drew The Haunting of Castle Malloy. We are still here at the Screaming Banshee Inn, and it seems like we have some prizes. There's like a doll, a ball, a whistle, and we can use our money that we have and play some Difference Detective. Difference Detective is fun. It's just a spot the difference game. There's a bow here. The antenna doesn't have the thing there. The window doesn't have the thing there. The spatula doesn't have the thing there. There's a burger missing. The earth looks slightly different. And there's a star there. There's like a crater or something there. And there's something in the window. Oh, there's a mushroom missing here. I think if you miss one, like you get one wrong, it takes time off of the timer. So definitely want to be a little careful. I'm trying to look at literally everything. Okay, it's not that. I don't think I'm gonna win this round. Oh, door hinge. Oh, I did it! And I got the whistle. This is awesome. I'm not gonna spend all of my money on that. Ah, no, go back. I wanted to use the phone booth because Nancy's phone got busted in the car crash. But we have a phone card, so this way we can talk to Ned and Bess. And I love Ned. I think I mentioned at one point.
Hi, Ned, it's me.
Hey, Nancy.
I ship Nancy
Ned
a
her
lot.
cell phone.
They're my childhood OTP.
It's kind of a long story. So, are you at the pool party?
Yeah. In fact, Kathy and Carrie say hi. So do their parents and everyone else who's here, which is pretty much all of River Heights.
You sound funny.
I just miss you, that's all. Look, enough about me. I want to hear about Ireland. How's it going?
Well, it would be going a whole lot better if the guy Kyler came here to marry wasn't missing.
The groom is missing?
She thinks he's just playing a practical joke.
Wait a minute. You and Kyler are there by yourselves?
No, Matt's best friend is here too. So's the caretaker, Mr. Delaney.
This guy Matt thinks disappearing less than a week before his wedding is funny? I'm no expert on marriage or anything, but I don't think that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Something that kind of looked like a woman and kind of didn't ran across the road right in front of me just as I got to the castle.
What do you mean it kinda looked like a woman?
It had all this long, wild hair, and it was wearing something flowing, like a dress or a robe. But its face, it just didn't look human. Do you know what a banshee is?
You think you saw a banshee?
If I were Mr. Delaney, the castle's Irish caretaker, I'd think so, yeah.
A banshee, as in the creature that supposedly wails before someone dies.
Right. Well, technically it's a fairy, not a creature.
Here we
What
go
did a
again.
fairy
You're in
technically be a
Ireland, not
creature?
2 hours, and what happens?
A mystery falls into my lap. A harmless mystery. Don't worry, Ned.
You're
I'm
fine. Right.
Kit Foley, Matt the groom's best friend, has a black eye, which he says is because he walked into a door.
When a guy says that, it usually means he walked into some other guy's fist.
If that's true, that means Kit is lying, which makes Matt's sudden disappearance even more disturbing.
It'd make me wonder, that's for sure.
Every once in a while, I hear this weird wailing sound, but I can't tell where it's coming from.
Has anyone else around there heard it?
I don't want to say anything to Kyler about it because I'm afraid it'll freak her out. And I'm not sure I trust anything Mr. Black Eye has to say.
What about the caretaker?
Mr. Delaney, true blue Irishman that he is, thinks I heard a banshee.
You don't believe him, do you?
Of course not. It sure is a creepy sound, though.
For which there's a logical explanation, I guarantee it.
I'd really like to get into the tower of Castle Malloy.
What's stopping you?
The lack of stairs, for one thing.
There are no stairs?
They were destroyed along with half the castle in a mysterious explosion during World War II. Apparently, the guy who lived here then, Brendan Malloy, was some kind of mad scientist.
Why do you want to get up in the tower so bad?
I saw some strange lights coming from inside it. I can't help but think it might have been Matt.
Why would he be up in a tower?
Maybe that's where he's hiding out.
You just said there's no way to get in.
I know, but maybe...
He learned how to fly.
You're not helping, Ned.
Sorry, Nancy.
I have the feeling someone at Castle Malloy knows more than they're saying about Matt's disappearance.
Someone like who?
We could blame it on our suspects here. Let's say
Someone
Kit.
like Kit. It's just real hard for me to ignore that black eye of his.
Except it's so obvious. If Kit were guilty of some kind of foul play when it comes to Matt's disappearance, you'd think he'd come up with something better than the old walking into a door story.
So are you saying the black eye makes him innocent?
I'm just playing devil's advocate. You're the detective, not me. Thank goodness.
Okay.
I'll let you get back to the party.
All right, talk to you later.
Then now let's talk to Bess and George.
Hello? This is the sales call.
No, Bess, it's me, Nancy. I'm calling from a phone in Ireland.
Nancy, hi! George, get over here. It's Nancy. Hi, Nan. You'd better be having a great time there because you are missing an incredible time here. The Dunhills throw the best parties. You should see all the awesome pool toys they've got. And everywhere you look, some cute guy in swim trunks is standing over a barbecue grilling something. I'm in heaven.
Sounds fabulous. Be sure to wish Kathy and Carrie a happy birthday for me.
You know, one person I haven't seen is Ned. Yeah, me neither.
He's there somewhere. I talked to him earlier.
So, what's going on with you?
Just as I got to the castle, something that may or may not have been a banshee ran across the road in front of me and made me drive into a ditch.
You saw a banshee? That's bad luck, isn't it? Not if you see a banshee. If you hear one, it means someone's going to die. Wait a minute. Why was it running? Can't banshees fly?
Bess, what I saw just looked like a banshee. I'm sure it really wasn't a banshee, although it did just kind of vanish. And when I talked to Kyler, I found out that her husband-to-be has vanished.
What do you mean, vanished?
Matt came to Ireland with Kyler and his best friend Kit, but now he's nowhere to be found. Kyler is convinced he's pulling a prank.
A prank?
Apparently, he's a pretty big practical joker.
More like a pretty big moron. Incoming. Check it out. Oh my gosh.
Guys? Hello? Bess? George? Anyone?
Sorry, we were hopelessly distracted by a truly amazing set of washboard abs.
Okay.
Whoever ran out in front of my car dropped a handmade doll that looks like the missing groom.
A handmade doll? That's kind of freaky. Dolls are freaky, period. Who around there would be making dolls?
As far as I can tell, no one.
Sounds to me like you've got a mystery on your hands. Imagine that.
I found a draft of the vows Kyler is planning to say at her wedding.
Oh, custom-written vows are so sweet.
Problem is, these vows have the words, "What am I doing? This is wrong," scrawled beneath them.
That can't be good. How do you know she was talking about the wedding? Maybe she was just frustrated because she couldn't put her feelings into words.
That's true.
Did you ask her about them? What's the point? If she is having second thoughts about getting married, she probably won't admit it, seeing as she's failed to mention it before.
That's true, too.
Wait a minute. You guys aren't suggesting that Kyler is behind Matt's disappearance, are you?
I admit that doesn't make much sense.
But it is a possibility. You two are terrible.
What did I do?
That's it from here.
Yeah, that's
you
all we can
guys
talk
are
to
wearing
them right now.
sunscreen, right?
Yes, Nancy.
Just checking. Bye.
And now we can return to the castle, because I think we did all we can do there for now. I need to look for a way to get across the bog, and we probably have some more puzzles and characters to talk to. Well, not more characters to talk to, just more stuff to say to the characters that we already met. But maybe as this series go by, we can continue the epic saga of Lies and Ned at the party.
Nancy, splendid timing. I just thought of something you can do for me. There's an old-fashioned printing press downstairs. Have you seen it?
It's so big, it's pretty hard to miss.
It came with the castle. My great-uncle Brendan had all sorts of gizmos and gadgets and machinery lying around. Anyway, when I saw the printer, I told Matt why not save some money and print the programs for the wedding right here. Problem is, Matt failed to get them done before he turned into the merry prankster, and since I have the mechanical aptitude of a bacterium, would you mind finishing the job for me? You'd only have to print 3 more sheets, and the plate, the ink, the paper, everything you need is right there.
No problem.
Thank you, Nancy. You're the best.
Okay, so only 3 more sheets. I don't know why she was acting like it's so hard to figure out. It really isn't. Like you put, wait no. You get the ink, we want the black ink. You put the paper, we turn a crank. This is not that hard, Kyler. And is it no? Oh, we put it. This thing dries it. I forgot. We have to put it on this thing to dry it.
Alan Paine. That's kind of weird.
Okay. Oh yeah, the best man is Alan Paine, and that's supposed to be weird because Kit is supposed to be Matt's best friend, but he is not the best man according to these invitations. And I forgot the ink. I'm getting ahead of myself. And I keep forgetting to dry it. I just want to put it in with the wet ink apparently. And that's it, right? Let's see, are the invitations on here?
Still have to do that. Did that.
Okay, I did do that. Let's maybe tell Kyler we finished. We can talk to Kit later.
Did you finish the programs?
Yep. But I noticed that they say the best man is someone named Alan Paine. If Kit is Matt's best friend, why isn't Kit the best man?
Matt said that's the way Kit wanted it. He got here early too. But when Matt vanished, Alan was certain that Matt was playing a joke and refused to be the butt of it. So he went back to London, saying he'll reappear only when Matt does and not a moment before. You know, perhaps you should give Alan a call. 0044-020-7946-0481. He may have seen something while he was here that could help you find Matt. You'll have to use the phone down the road at the inn, however. My cell phone gets absolutely no reception here.
If Matt was staying in the nursery, where's his luggage?
Right there by his cot.
It's not there now.
But it was there, just last night. I remember seeing it when I peeked in to see if he'd finally decided to reappear. At least, I think I saw it last night. If it's not there now, perhaps Donal moved it, took it to storage or something. Because I know I saw it after Matt went missing. So it's around here somewhere, just like he's around here somewhere. I'm sure of it.
Did you know when you decided to hold your wedding here that half the place is pretty much rubble?
Oh, yes. Mind you, I didn't even know that Castle Malloy existed until Grandpapa died and I was notified that I'd inherited it. At which point the executor of his estate sent me pictures and assured me that despite its appearance, it was in fact habitable.
Okay. Yes.
I'm gonna go play detective
That's
now.
all.
As soon as you find out anything, let me know.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I know I have the gear for the gear puzzle, but I don't remember if I need another one. I know we need another weight. I don't know if this one gear is enough. I hear sheep, but I don't see sheep. Either way, let's talk to Alan Paine. Here it is.
Hello?
Yes, hi. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from Castle Malloy. I'm Kyler Mallory's maid of honor.
Yes, I remember that name. Has Matthew finally put an end to that ridiculous prank of his?
No, I'm afraid he's still at it. But if you have a second, could I ask you some questions?
It should be a minute or two before my ride gets here. What's on your mind?
Did you see or hear anything strange while you were at Castle Malloy?
If you mean, did I get the impression that the castle was haunted or enchanted or anything like that? No. Frankly, I was too distracted by the strange human goings-on to pay much attention to anything else.
What do you mean?
I mean, for three people who purport to be friends, it seemed to me they did an inordinate amount of fighting. For instance, the evening before Matt disappeared, he and Kit had a terrible row. I couldn't make out exactly what was being said, but they both sounded very angry. Furious, I dare say. In fact, the next time I saw Kit, he was sporting a black eye. And the next morning, Matt and Kyler had a go at each other. Nothing physical, mind you, and once again, I couldn't make out what was said, but I promise you, they were quite put out with each other. I was more than happy to bid the lot of them farewell, though I imagine I'll be returning to the castle before too long. Matt is bound to find his prank as tedious as everyone else does eventually. I must be off. Nancy, it was a pleasure venting to you. Hopefully before too long we shall meet in person. Cheers.
Okay. That's interesting. That was not mentioned at all by Kyler or Kit, that they were all fighting with Matt before he disappeared. That is a little bit sus. That's sus if you ask me.
How's it going?
Alan Paine told me he overheard you and Matt arguing the day before Matt disappeared. And pretty much right before you walked into that door.
What were you doing talking to Alan Paine?
I thought he might know something that could help us find Matt.
I told you, Matt bailed. He doesn't want to be found. Look, Alan Paine doesn't really know Matt or me, okay? Matt asked him to be his best man because he works with the guy and thought it was the politically smart thing to do.
And your point is?
He misunderstood what he heard. Matt and I have been friends for more than 12 years. We were just fooling around.
Fooling around? You ended up with a black eye.
I told you that was an accident. I'm clumsy.
What were you two talking about?
I forget. That's how inconsequential it was. Hey, I just remembered. Kyler wants me to do the seating chart for the wedding dinner. Like I said, I can't bring myself to tell her there's not going to be a wedding. Anyway, I need to get to work on it, so you're gonna have to excuse me. Of course, you could always give it a shot. You just have to figure out where each guest should sit by taking into account their needs and preferences. What do you say?
I find it a little weird of how he is, I don't know, it seems a little interesting how Denal thinks Kit is in love with Kyler, and we saw a photo that's clearly of Kyler and Kit, like probably an old photo, because I think they were a bit of an item in the past, and now he's like so convinced that Matt, walked down on her. It's just, I don't know. his attitude about it is just a little bit, I don't know. I don't really like Kit.
Sure, I can do that.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Excellent. Just fill it out and bring it back to me when you think you've got everyone sitting in the right place.
Oh, we have a lot of information. The wedding party are the only people on their side of the table, and the wedding party is us, Kyler,
Because
Matt.
unless and until it gets done, afraid I'm gonna be pretty much incommunicado.
Are you kidding me? Really, Kit? Does the wedding party have their own side of the table? I don't know if this is the correct order, but we'll see. No, I can't read this handwriting. This can sit next to another guest of the same color. Like, I'm having trouble reading this word. When seated next to her groom, Kyler wants her maid of honor to sit on her right side for the toast. Okay, so I think this is correct. Guest seats will alternate by gender on the long side. Rose and Linda both want to sit next to John. And Kit is between Alan and one of the ladies. Red guests are on the short sides of the table. Individuals whose names begin with the same letter cannot sit next to each other. Adjoining corner seats of the table are the same gender. Taylor wants what? I'm having trouble reading this handwriting. Heather, Richard, and Jane would like to be seated together. Okay. I don't know because I'm having trouble reading this stuff. Oh, okay, that's Linda. Rose and Linda want to be next to John. I think a lot of these characters are actually from they're from past Nancy Drew games. Like Heather is like, I think supposed to be a reference to Heather McKay from Danger by Design. Lori's from Last Street of Moon Canyon. Jane is from Curse Blacker Manor. Rose from Message in the Haunted Mansion. Linda also from Curse Blacker Manor. And I don't remember if Richard and Henry are there. Taylor is, though. Taylor, I think, is a reference to Taylor Sinclair. So Taylor wants am I reading that wrong? Oh, he wants an end chair. Red guests are on the short sides of the table. This one? Okay, Kit wants to... is between Alan and one of the ladies. I say Alan. Maybe Jane goes here. Let's just put a bunch of this stuff here, get them situated, and then we can go over it. Okay, Rose and Linda want to sit next to John. Let's see. Heather, Richard, and Jane would like to be seated together. I don't know where I messed up. Let's see, individuals whose names begin with the same letter cannot sit next to each other, so... not an issue here. Wait, oh wait, I think we need to let
How's
Kit
the seating
see
chart
it.
coming?
Could you take a look at it?
You bet. There's something funky about the left side. Try again.
Okay. Okay.
How's the seating chart coming?
Could you take a look at it?
You bet. There's something funky about the left
Are you
side.
kidding
Try
me?
again.
Define funky. My goodness.
How's the seating chart coming?
Could you take a look at it?
You bet. This looks great. Wow.
Finally!
you did it. I'm impressed.
So now we can talk.
Yeah, now we can talk. Oh, hey, actually, you might want to take a look at this first. I found it on the floor in Matt's room when I was looking for him.
What is it?
Frankly, it didn't make a lot of sense to me, but maybe it will to you. Take it.
Thank you.
If anybody can figure out what Matt was doing with it, you can, I'm sure. Good luck.
I'm proud of myself. I did that without looking at
What's
a
going on?
guide.
If you weren't going to be the best man, how come you came out here so early?
I volunteered to help get everything set up, and Matt and Kyler took me up on it. I'm pretty good friends with Kyler, too. In fact, I'm the one who introduced her to Matt.
How long have you known Kyler?
4 or 5 years. I met her my first year at university. She'd just gotten back from the States. From staying with your family, in fact. Wait a minute. Nancy Drew. Kyler told me about you. You're the girl who likes to play detective.
Well, it's just, you know, kind of a hobby. Although Kyler did say it'd be nice if I could find Matt.
Well, you're not gonna have any luck doing that. Old Matt is long gone.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler says sometimes she hears Matt's voice, only it's very faint and muffled. Do you ever hear him?
No. Man, Kyler must be losing it or something, because I'm telling you, Matt is not here.
You're very sure about that, sir?
The caretaker seems to think you're the one who should be getting married here, not Matt.
Yeah, well, in case you haven't noticed, that guy's got several screws loose. I just happened to mention that 3 out of my 4 grandparents were born in Ireland, and now whenever he sees me, he gets this weird look in his eye.
But you don't think he had anything to do with Matt's disappearance.
No. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He and Matt did not get along. They were always at each other's throats, arguing about the stupidest things. Even those leprechaun gnome things out in the garden. Donal had a fit one day when he saw Matt messing with them. And when Matt announced he was going to stay in the haunted nursery, I thought the guy was going to burst a blood vessel, he turned so red. But Matt disappeared on his own, not because of anything Donal did. I mean, the old coot's not that crazy. Is he?
From the looks of that picture I found over there, it looks like you and Kyler used to be a lot more than friends.
Yeah, we dated for a while, until it finally became obvious that we were better as a couple of friends than as a couple. No biggie.
That discussion you had with Matt, come on, really, what was it about?
It was about Kyler. I was asking Matt whether he had truly thought through what being married to her was going to be like. The more questions I asked, the more nerves I struck, and the more uncomfortable and angry he became, until finally,
He gave you that shiner.
he stomped upstairs to the nursery. Next day, he disappeared. Obviously, the things I said got to him. So if I seem a little guilty to you, it's because I am guilty. It's my fault that Matt walked out on Kyler. Simple as that.
Have you ever been up in the tower?
Uh-uh. You saw the stairs, or what's left of them. There's no way to get up there.
I could have sworn I saw lights coming from it.
Perhaps it was the good people come a-calling on their good friend Donal. Or maybe it was just reflected moonlight or something. So if you're thinking Matt's up there, forget it. Ain't no way.
I'll see you later, okay?
Drop by anytime.
Wow, Kit, you're such a doubter. My goodness. And I wonder if we can talk to Kyler. I like to try to do the Leprechaun Puzzle because I'm pretty sure this book is the book that we need for the Leprechaun Puzzle. And I was right.
You have a lead?
When I called Alan Paine, he said that on the day Matt disappeared, you and Matt had a pretty big argument.
I dare say Matt and I have argued about one thing or another every day since we met. That's just how we are together.
Can you remember what you were arguing about?
I haven't the foggiest idea. Apparently, you should ask Mr. Big Ears Paine.
I'm gonna go play detective now.
Anytime you want to talk, I'll be right here.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll just go out and go into the, what is that, a garden area? Where the leprechauns are, the leprechaun gnome statue thingy majiggies. Is there anything there? No. Let's look at this book. The 7 levels of society, the leprechaun said to me. The row below guides the spinning way to the treasure stash not far away. First stood the Ardry High King, he proudly facing forward for all eternity. So this one faces forward. You face forward. Read the Tual. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right at all. Local king leads the tribe in every little thing. The what king? I don't know what that is supposed to. I don't know what direction that's supposed to be. Like, I don't know. I don't get this one. Okay, I thought this was going to be more helpful, but I guess not. Yeah, after struggling to figure it out, I looked it up. So, yeah, sorry, but I was just at a loss. There we go. There I go, cheating my way through Nancy Drew games. A doll. But we have more gems. I wanted to say that's all the gems. But we'll see. And maybe what we'll do before we end the video is go to the nursery and do that rainbow puzzle. But yeah, that leprechaun puzzle is was Jacker. It was just really, it was hard. And let's see. We have red, light blue, green, and orange. Now you just need to press them in order. Looks like a purple, blue, okay. I'm going to do that now. Alright, I'll back up. Hopefully that was... Holy heck. Oh, okay, I figured it out by just messing around. Apparently, you don't go in this order, you go in this order. So, okay. Just do the rainbow backwards. And take this piece of wood. That's gonna help us in the bog, and this is also gonna help us in the bog. And we'll finish this, like we'll leave this little area, and then we'll finish the video. Oh! Ah! Oh no. And ran into the thing. Mantle. Oh my! Yeah, seems like an appropriate response.
You're right. There has to be a logical explanation for what we just saw. So I'm going to calm down, relax, and trust that you will discover what that thing was. You are going to figure it out, aren't you, Nancy?
I promise.
And now that that's settled, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna end the video here. And in the next episode, we are finally gonna go into the bog and see all the things that we can find in there. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though I I basically cheated and went to the internet for help for the Leprechaun Puzzle. I was literally like there for several minutes just messing around with them, reading the book, trying to figure it out, and I don't know what I was missing. It's been a while since I played this game, so I'm probably most definitely missing something. So either way, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye everybody!